Well, the other thing about this, which I think is so incredible, and now we're starting to see this. Some of my PhD students are starting to look at this. I'm not going to say what fields they're in because that it doesn't matter at this point. But not only is it about the instant learning moment, this is about what happens post whatever. So you now have your terminal degree, your master's degree, your certificate, or your undergrad, or your community college degree, whatever you have. And now you're out in the field and you have not thought about a particular thing for a while. So in healthcare, it's patient care. Okay, I've not had this situation since I was in nursing school, or I have not had this situation since I was in medical school. I'm now going to walk in and do bedside with somebody in this situation. How can I refresh that learning memory? How can I go back? Also, it's probably been updated since you took it originally. So now I can stand outside the room with my smartphone and punch in and say, oh, that's right. And now I've got confidence to go back in that room and do bedside the way it's supposed to be done, or whatever scenario we're talking about. And it's so incredible. We're now talking about learning that stays with you. It's not just about the learning moment. It's about the learning history and what happens after that and updating it and keeping it current. So I pick it up and look at it. Okay, here's the latest and greatest as of 5 minutes ago sometimes. When you're looking at statistical stuff, healthcare, that stuff changes every 5 minutes, some of it. And you've got to be okay with that. And if you don't have an easy way to move that along the line, you're going to be behind. So don't think of it just as learning. Think of it as a life association with learning. This whole continuum of this is where I get my information. They taught it to me. I mastered that. Here's what's changed that I need to know about.
Think about how you can apply this in your life, even if you're not doing instructional design. If maybe you're a learner and you're watching this video and you want to be able to take something away from this, it's the fact that anything you do in life, if you chunk it down into micro doses, micro lessons, it's easier to retain, but also it can think about like if you're in the kitchen cooking and you just need, you're making a recipe of chocolate chip cookies that your grandmother gave you. And, so, it's a big complicated recipe, but there's that one piece. How do you sift the flour correctly? And imagine there's micro modules on how to sift flour correctly that you can access like that in an instant. Yeah. And now you can make these cookies so delicious and perfect, just like grandma made. So think about how you can apply this to your everyday life and ways that you can improve your own life by even creating these micro modules for yourself.
Yeah. And it's everything from cookies to brain surgery, literally. I mean, this is how this is being used now. So if you think there's a field or a content area that this isn't really appropriate for or useful for, let me know, because I don't know of it yet. I mean, the most technical things and the most simple things.